What's up YouTube? Yo gang, welcome back to the channel. You hungry? Good. Let's make some stewed chicken. Now what you're gonna need for this stewed chicken is obviously chicken, but we're gonna get into that exactly what it is that I use as my chicken. You're gonna need a medium to large onion. I like more onions because onions tend to cook down a lot faster when you're making stews. So I kind of put a little bit more than what the average person will use. So I have a medium to large onion. I have a medium green pepper. I have a couple stalks of celery. In my case, I had 3 stalks of celery because my celery stalks were kind of short. I have a half of a jalapeno because I had it in the refrigerator, didn't want it to go bad, and why not? So, and as far as the chicken goes, we are using bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. Now, why chicken thighs and why the skin and why the bone? Chicken thighs, in my opinion, have a lot more flavor when you are using, chicken when you're making anything stewed, anything with like a gravy base. In my opinion, the chicken thighs work the best. Chicken wings, whatever it is that you want to use, you're more than welcome to use. But this is what I use. I use the chicken thighs. I left the skin on and the bone in. The skin on because usually the skin kind of renders a little bit of fat, and I want that so that I can make my base for my gravy. So that is my explanation for the chicken thighs. Now, very simple recipe. I am actually going to begin the cooking process of my chicken, because you're not going to cook the chicken fully through the first go round. So you're going to partially cook it, brown the skin or brown the actual chicken if you're not using the skin on whatever it is type of chicken that you're using. So I'm actually using rendered cured pork fat. So this is going to be my base for my gravy. Some Worcestershire sauce, some chicken bouillon, but this is powdered chicken bouillon, some onion powder, garlic powder, and adobo complete seasoning. So this is adobo and complete seasoning in one, so you don't need 2. So Bahia makes an adobo complete seasoning. That's what we have. We have a little bit of thyme. We have some Lipton onion soup, some flour, of course, to get that roux going. We got a little bit, we're gonna use a little bit of accent, and I am going to use this JCS garlic scallion allspice. Very nice. The sodium content on here is not high, so you don't have to be afraid. It's only 45 milligrams, so don't be alarmed. I am going to use some bay leaves, some garlic paste, of course, and you are going to need some butter to get that roux started. So with that being said, again, it's really not too complicated. Let's season some chicken. Okay, so let's get this chicken seasoned. Like I said, you don't have to go too heavy-handed right now because we are building these flavors as we get the food in the pot and everything going. So we are gonna season this as I always would. It's not gonna be too heavy, but the food will be seasoned. So let's go in first with some onion powder. You're gonna season both sides. Now, my chicken thighs has been cleaned up. So the excess fat and skin that was on that chicken, I did cut that off. Just make it presentable, make it pretty. We're now gonna go in with some garlic powder. If I can open it. Yes, and remember, chicken, you don't want to cross-contaminate anything in the kitchen with chicken. Chicken is very, very, very dangerous. So try not to touch anything when you're dealing with chicken or any type of meat. Okay, so that was garlic powder. I am going to use my garlic scallion allspice. Season both sides. Okay, remember, this is just the blueprint. I'm giving you the base on some smothered chicken. You fix it up the way that you like it. All right, let's get some complete with adobo. Get that chicken all seasoned up nicely. Now, a lot of this seasoning is going to end up in the pot, in that oil that we're going to fry this down in, or the first cook, I should say. All right, let's get a little bit of accent, very lightly. Oh, that was not lightly. Let's share that out. Wrong side, yo. Oh, bless you. Okay. So I have my chicken seasoned. I'm making a mess here. Clean this up. Let's put that there. All right. I have my chicken all seasoned, and we are going to head to the stove and drop it in the pork fat. Okay, so now I'm going to add some of my pork fat into my into my pot. The pot is nice and hot now. And we are going to just cover the bottom of it. Add our chicken into this hot grease. I gotta let this grease heat up just a little more. Sounds hot though, doesn't it? All right, so with the chicken, you need, well, I shouldn't say you need. You should start the cooking process on your chicken skin side down. So once you get a nice brown on your skin side, well, once you put it in, do not touch it. Don't worry about it sticking, because once you get you a nice brown on it, it'll loosen up and you will be able to just flip it with no problem, okay? So we're gonna add the chicken skin side down. Like so. I'm just gonna rake this down. I'm gonna keep this, but I don't want it to burn in my cooking. Now we're gonna let this go for about 3-4 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll flip it over. Okay, so it's been about 4 minutes. I'm gonna turn the chicken over, and I'm gonna give it about the same amount of time on the other side. Remember, we're not cooking the chicken all the way through. We're just browning it on both sides. Okay, now that the chicken has been cooking on both sides for about 4 minutes, I'm going to ease up on the heat and take these out and let it sit for a bit until we get our gravy going. Just sit it aside. Let me put this over here, because this pot is spinning around on me. Oh, these are not the most practical tongs. Okay, now remember the chicken is not cooked all the way through. You're just browning it at this point. Okay. Turn my pot around. And let's get started on a simple gravy. So to the oil that's in the pot, I'm going to add some flour just to get it cooked up and get started. Now remember at this point, don't stop stirring. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And all of the drippings that are on the bottom of the pot will now season your up and coming gravy. Okay, I got my gravy nice and brown, and at this point I am going to add my vegetables and get these fried up. So now we are building our base. Where is my for our gravy? This pot handle is hot as ever. And we are going to just let this cook down for about another 4 minutes. Now that they've been going for about 3 minutes, I'm going to add a half a stick of butter and my garlic as well. Half a stick of butter and some garlic. A lot of garlic. As much as I have left in here. Alright. And give that a stir. Now that this is all nicely cooked down, I have 2 cups of water, but I'm only going to add 1 cup at a time, just to gauge and see how much liquid I am going to need. Just because I have 2 doesn't mean I need 2. Alright, so we're going to stir this in, and at this point I am also going to add my Lipton soup mix. Alright, from the looks of it, I am going to need both cups of water. So let's add this 2nd cup. And our Lipton soup mix. And that's onion soup. Alright, so now is the moment of truth. I am going to season my gravy with some salt and pepper. Pepper and some salt. I'm going to hit it with a dash of Worcestershire sauce. Give this a stir. Hear a little boil going on here. All right. I'm going to also add a pinch of thyme, about that much. And a couple bay leaves. Oh no, it's a thyme, Lord. A couple bay leaves. They're all broken. So find some nice pieces. So I put 2 bay leaves. Oh, 2.5. Give this a stir. And we are going to add our chicken back, but before we do, let's taste our gravy and make sure we are right. Now that you have tasted your gravy and made your adjustments, if any adjustments are needed, you are going to add your chicken back into your pot. You're going to add your chicken back to the pot, and we are going to finish the cooking process on this chicken. So I would say let it go for about 30 minutes so it can marinate in this beautiful gravy that you made. Let's get that too. While we were waiting, I went ahead and made some white rice. So total cook time when we added the chicken back into the gravy, I would say it was about 35-40 minutes so far. So remember, we partially cooked the chicken to begin with. Just a quick little stir. Boy, this smells good. And let's plate it up. My mouth is watering. Put some gravy on there. Just a little bit more. Boy. Of happiness. Look at that. You couldn't be. Ladies and gentlemen, to turn this a little bit. You got it? I'm not going to say Southern, or I'm not going to say anything like that, but this is Yoki's chicken and gravy, or smothered chicken. Let's taste. Let's taste. That gravy is amazing. Chicken is nice and juicy. So I go with this chicken thighs. Very good. Get one more bite. Jeez. That is awesome. Listen, if you have not yet checked out www.yokegang.com, make sure that you do. Pick up a t-shirt or a patch, or even go ahead and join the Yoke Gang All In. I am going to drop that link for you guys to go ahead and hit the link if you want to go ahead and join. But as far as this smothered chicken goes, it's money. Money. But y'all already know I love y'all for life.